Hi everybody, Bill McKicka, golf instructor at Shoreline Golf Links, otherwise known as ShorelineBill. And you can follow me at www.ShorelineBill.com. This morning I'd like to talk to you about getting onto your left side. I notice a lot of my students never get onto their left side during the swing. So at impact we should look something like this. My hand should be forward of the club face. 70 to 80% of the weight should be on my left side. My hip should have moved a little bit towards my target, and this would be a great impact position. The impact position I see from lots of my students are they're either weight evenly distributed on both legs. If I showed you a picture of their setup and their impact position, you can tell me which one was which. Or a lot of them have their weight back here, and some people, you see a finish that looks something like this. Notice where my shoulders are when I'm finishing back like this. This is going to lead to a lot of, well, if you get lucky, higher trajectory shots. But in most cases, since you're going to be swinging above the ball, you're going to be topping a lot of balls, and a lot of your balls are going to be going into the ground. So I have 3 drills for you this morning on how you can get your weight onto your left side, at least feel what it's like to hit balls off of your left foot. The first one I'd like to talk about, we call it the Gary Player drill, and this is a fairly simple drill for somebody who's getting onto their left side, but if you're one of the people who wind up on your right side, you're going to have some difficulty with this drill. So I'm going to bring my club back with my normal takeaway. I'm going to come back and hit the ball, but after I hit the ball, I'm going to take a step forward with my right foot. Now, if you're one of the folks who come back and get your weight on your back foot, you're going to have a really hard time making that step. So while you're out at the driving range, I want you to hit balls and take a step forward. Second drill is to really give you an idea of getting weight onto your left side. Making no mistake about it, we're actually going to take our right foot. And first of all, let me go back. I'm going to set up over the ball naturally. I want the ball right in the middle of my stance. And now I'm going to drop my right foot back and get up here on my toe, and as you can see, I'm really not putting any weight on this toe, and I don't want to. I want to keep all the weight on my left side. Now I'm going to make my swing from here. Because my hip is open, I'm going to have to bring the club more inside than I'm used to, so just make sure you make that correction when you're doing this. So I'm going to set up, drop my right foot back so that I have no weight. I'm just using this toe back here for balance. I'm not setting any weight on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit the ball. And you can see I had no choice but to have weight on my left side. That's a really nice way for you to feel what it's like to get the weight on your left side and hit from there. Notice after I hit the ball, I can stay here forever. I'm in a really good balanced position. All weight on my left foot, my chest is facing my target. The third drill I'd like to present is I'm going to set up, I'm going to take a little wider stance than normal. I'm going to flare both my feet. And now I'm going to take my left hip and push it towards my target. I'm actually just going to keep going like this, almost to the point where I feel my outside of my right foot coming off the ground. I'm in this really weird, awkward position now, right? But all the weight is on my left side. Now, I just want you to feel a rotation around your spine. So there's going to be no lifting with the arms. I'm going to simply push my hips out. And notice when I do this, my hips are parallel to my target line right now. As I push forward, they're going to turn inward. So let me do that from a different angle so you can see that here. And we'll go from here. So I'm starting with my hips parallel to my target. And now when I push my hips forward, notice how they turn in here. Okay? So they're not out here, they're not over there. So push the hips forward, they're kind of going, I don't know, 20 degrees to the right there. So once I get to that position, now I'm going to go ahead and just rotate my body right around my spine, and I'm going to feel the club go more inside. So let me show you that from this angle. Because my hips are closed now, I'm going to pull my club a little bit more inside here. And I don't want to make a full swing, I just want to rotate enough so I get my club to the L position back here. And now I want to keep my hip moving forward. So I'm in this position. I want to keep my hip moving forward as I come through the shot. Notice my finish position. Once again, all the weight's on my left side. My right heel's up in the air. I had a good transfer of weight. You're going to find that you hit more take out more divots when you hit your shots. Why? Because your swing center, which is right here in the center of your chest, has moved in front of the ball. And that means my club will be moving downward, actually hit the ball on the way down, and then bottom out in front of my swing center here, which is now moved in front of the ball. So once again, we have 3 drills. One, we could call it the step through drill or the Gary Player drill. Gary Player hit a lot of shots like that. Number 2, we have the drop your right foot back, keep your toe up in the air, keep all the weight on your left side, make some swings from there. And thirdly, we're going to take a little wider stance, flare our feet, push our hips all the way forward towards the target, and now rotate right around your spine. Once again, no lifting. And remember, if you do this correctly, notice how the club pretty much winds up between my shoulder and my elbow on the backswing here. So there's nothing that looks like this. It's all right there. And now, as I get to this position, I'm going to feel my hip continuing to move forward a little bit, and then it's going to move out and away, and I'm going to wind up facing my target. I work at Shoreline Golf Links. If you're interested in taking a lesson with me, you can do it on my website, which is www.ShorelineBill.com, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for listening.